Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who might not know me or who might be new to our group, my name is Hannah Logan, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about how to effectively give a speech. Before we begin, I want to ask you guys a simple question. Who in here is comfortable standing in front of a group of people and giving a speech? Raise your hand. Not very many of us, right? I am right there with you. When I was about 18 years old, I was asked to stand in front of a congregation and to give my testimony. And while I thought at the time that would be easy, I was surely mistaken. When I stood up in front of the congregation, I was extremely nervous and I could feel my whole body shaking. And when I got off the stage, what I thought was a 10-minute speech actually ended up being about 3 minutes long, and no one understood a word that I was saying. But since then, I've actually been asked to teach several Sunday school classes. I have been asked to be in charge of small groups and help with nursery and with the youth group and different things like that. But that first experience has never really left my head. That being said, over the last several years, I have taken some of the fear and anxiety and tried to grow from that. I've learned several different things about glossophobia, which is actually fear of public speaking. The first thing is that it's very common. According to healthandcare.info, about 75% of people suffer from fear of public speaking. Secondly, while delivering a speech can cause a lot of fear and anxiety, it doesn't have to. Over the years, I have actually found several different tips and techniques that could actually help and eliminate some of that fear that comes with public speaking. Some of these tips include determining a topic, research, and preparedness. So the first step that I want to talk about is determining a topic. What is it that you are trying to discuss, or what point are you trying to make? Some things that help when determining a topic is to choose something that you're passionate about. If you are passionate about the subject, then the audience will be too, and they can feel the passion and the point that you're trying to make through your nonverbal communication as well as through the amount of information you have on the topic. Another thing that would help in determining a topic and eliminating some fear is actually narrowing down that topic. If you have a topic that you are trying to talk about that is too broad, you might not be able to effectively reach that point and communicate that point to others that you are trying to get across in your speech. A second step in eliminating fear is actually doing some research. So if you don't know what you're talking about, the audience is definitely not going to get anything from your speech. So a good tip is to find some different sources and maybe some new information that you've never heard before. Gather some statistics or some different arguments on what you are trying to talk about. While you are doing your research, you might also want to take some notes. So notes is an important thing to have with you because you can write down new information and you can actually keep those notes with you, and they will be better useful down the road when trying to prepare for your speech. The last thing that you want to do that can help eliminate fear is actually just being prepared. So when you're prepared for a speech, the audience will also know that as well, and they can feel when you're prepared or not. Douglas MacArthur, a 5-star general for the great country of America, states, "Preparedness is the key to success and victory." Being prepared for a speech is just as important as doing research and determining a topic. Once you have your notes all together, start writing a rough draft. And once you have that rough draft done, it doesn't have to be perfect at first, but once you're done, go back through, correct your mistakes, correct any information that you might have wrote down wrong, correct any grammar mistakes and through that, and then write a final draft. So this final draft is important. So when you're writing your final draft, what you want to do is keep it with you or keep it in a place that's easily accessed to you. Maybe print out a copy of it if you're typing it on the computer, or handwrite it and keep it in your pocket, because your final draft is very important. So with that final draft, what you can actually do is you can take it and you can practice every day. Practice the way that you are going to say the words. Practice the words that are hard to pronunciate. Practice some of the things like your nonverbal communication or how you're going to stance, and making sure that you are leaving time and space in there for audience participation and the different things that you plan on doing throughout your speech. This can help eliminate some of the fear and also gain confidence in what you're doing. So, I know this can be a lot to take in. I understand that even some of these tips can be overwhelming at first, but if taken and applied to our lives, they can actually eliminate some of that anxiety that comes with public speaking. And through these different steps, we can eliminate any fear and feel more confident in the things that we're doing. While fear is natural and is something that everybody will face at times, with these tips, if we take them and we earnestly apply them to our life, we can squash out that fear and that anxiety that comes with public speaking and actually might start looking forward to the times we get to speak. Thank you, and have a great night.